Yes, I'm falling in love, only in love. Yes, I'm falling in love with Teach Them Channel. Falling in love, only in love. Yes, I'm falling in love with Teach Them Channel. How can I forget? How can I forget? How can I forget Teach Them Channel? Yeah, Glen Ricks that song.
I am here vibing with one of the pioneers of the Jamaican music industry. A man who have rubbed shoulders with some of the elites on the international music scene. His parents named him GLEN RICKS, but we know him as
GLEN RICKS.
Father Glenn.
Yes.
All is well, sir?
Yeah, everything is very well.
It's a joy, brother.
Yeah,
man.
Sitting in the back seat, checking it out. Sitting in the back seat, checking Teach Them Channel. Teach Them was born by the river in a little old tent, just by the river. Teach Them been teaching them ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know Teach Them is a champion. Oh, yes, they are.
Teach them! Always make sure the message I reach them!
Father Ricks, you say all is well, sir?
Yeah, everything is going well.
Yeah, man. Blessings. Talk to us, though. Early life. Place of birth.
Okay, my place of birth is Kingston.
Yes.
Bryden Street.
Bryden Street.
Yeah, that's where I remember other than anything else,
Yes,
right?
Bryden Street.
And then I left from Bryden Street to Torrington Road, 3 Torrington Road. And I went to Central Brand School.
Yes.
Lived there and I went, spent about 9 months in Woolmers.
Woolmers.
And then I left and went to Canada,
Yeah.
1966.
66.
Yeah.
How old were you at the time?
Probably about 10 or around
About 10.
yeah. And I took music lessons from Aubrey Ballin,
Yes.
like violin, right?
And
And
you started out playing the violin.
yeah, I got 2 bursary, which is the ice mark in the Caribbean islands for violin.
Yes?
Yeah, at that age.
Mad
yeah.
thing. At
So,
10 years old.
Yeah, I went to UWE and got my certificates
Yeah.
for the Royal School of Music with that, right?
Yes.
Then my parents migrated to Toronto. I mean, Kitchener, Ontario.
Yes.
And that's where I did my schooling, KCI Collegiate, and graduated from that in 1960, I think it's 68. A group called the Fabulous Flames that was originated in Jamaica. Lloyd Lovindeer, they call him Lovindeer,
Lovindeer.
and Oswald Douglas and Kirk Salmon.
Yeah.
They came to Toronto to do a Caravana, right? That time Caravana just started.
Yeah.
And I left to come and further my career, start my career in Toronto. Because
Okay.
Toronto is a big city, right?
Yes.
So they had a talent show that night when I first saw them, right? And Upton Lewis, he was also there to do the
Great
show
Upton
for Caravana. And Upton I knew when I was going to Woolmers because
Oh, it was a schoolmate.
yeah. No, what happened was Upton was doing a show over by the with Peter Ashburn. Peter Ashburn was playing piano and he was the orchestrator of everything. And they asked me to sing, and Upton was the star. Because he had that song, Take It Easy and whatever. You
Take
know?
it easy.
Yeah, music got soul.
Ah, cooler.
So what happened was we did that, and when I was in Toronto doing the show now, I went on stage and I sang. The Fabulous Flame came on and they were just dancers, right? And they mashed up the place. Now, after the show, they want the audience to say which is the winner.
Ah.
So they go on until me and the Fabulous Flames now was the last two
Standing.
standing, you know. So they say which one win, but the people them choose the Flame because, you know, their energy, you know, was great.
Yeah.
Now, Upton recognized me. I never knew that he was there. So he sent somebody to call me. So I went over to him and he goes, "You're Glenn, right?" I said, "Yeah." I never recognized him, you know. And also, Oswald Douglas used to go to Shelter Brand School and I never recognized him either. And they said to me, "I think you should join this group, you know." So I said, "What?" So he said, "You don't remember Upton Lewis?" I said, "Oh my God," that's when we start share things, right? So I joined the group, and so I was teaching them to sing, and they teach me to dance.
Fair enough.
You want to hear something funny?
Yeah.
The first show we did, right, there was a club called Club Jamaica. And when I started the show, I went up there and sing in the group, and I done much of the place I sing, right?
Yeah.
and they have this routine now with the dancing thing, right? So it's my time to solo. So they teach me how to flip.
Yeah.
So I flip into the door and my foot up like that. You know, the whole audience laughing at that. That was my first good experience with them, right? And then after that, we came to Jamaica, and Loving There had the song Holly Holy.
Holly Holy.
And Loving There went in there and tried to sing it, but he couldn't manage
Couldn't manage it.
No, it wasn't singing that long enough. So
Yeah.
what happened was Clancy, who was the producer, said, "Let Glenn sing it, because that's what his job is." So I went in there and finish it. The song came out and it on Cherry O Baby, Upton Lewis grooving out on live, and Hollywood was recorded the same day.
Same day.
Yeah. And all of them went #1. And it ended up that Hollywood was the biggest selling single, and Cherry O Baby. Cherry O Baby was first,
Yes.
and Hollywood came second as far as the sales in Jamaica is concerned.
Who voiced those songs though?
Oh, well, okay, Dynamic Sound voiced Grooving Out on Life and Cherry O Baby, Byron Lee. Clancy Eccles did Holly Holy.
Okay. Well, we'll come back to the music a little, but we'll go back first before we come forward. How many brothers and sisters you have?
I have 2 sisters.
2 sisters.
And 4 brothers.
4 brothers. All of them are still alive?
My first brother died.
My condolences.
Yeah.
I still want to ask a question. Mommy and daddy still around?
No, my mother just died about 3 years ago. She was 102.
102?
Yeah.
What a blessing.
Yeah, man, she make it 102.
Yeah,
my father died before he went 86.
86. Well, they're not bad neither.
Yeah, they died in Toronto.
Oh, they died in Toronto. Okay. So you left when you were about 10. But what do you remember about life growing up while you were in Jamaica at that young age, from a financial perspective, per se?
Well, my mother had a bar,
Yeah.
and a fish depot.
Oh.
I don't know if you know where GG's has his record place on Torrington Road there.
No, not
You have Hero Circle over that side, right? And yeah, before when you make the corner to go to Woolmer's.
Yes.
Okay. And you have one going down to you see, they used to have cycle race over there when I remember that when I was growing up, right? She owned that place there, that little circle there.
Okay.
And she had a bar and fish depot, you know, so it
wasn't so bad.
It wasn't too bad.
Food was on the table.
Yeah.
So going to Canada, I mean, young boy, you don't know nobody Canada, you reach Canada.
Oh,
was it difficult settling in school when you reached Canada, or it was okay?
Well, when I reached Canada, I didn't go to school immediately, right?
Okay.
Because I think it was in the summertime when I went there, July the 7th.
Yes.
Right? And when I entered school now, you know, to tell you the truth, the whole time that I was there, I didn't see one black person.
No black student?
None.
You were the only black
It looked
student?
like me and my parents was the only black, the first black to live in Kitchener, Ontario.
Yeah?
And what happened was when I went to school, there was no black in there, just me and my sister.
This was about 68.
That was
67.
60, that was 67. No, what happened was what make it a little bit difficult is that we were like a novelty to them. You know, like me and my sister. Some people think we're a monkey. Like, listen to this. I'm in class and somebody tapped me on my shoulder. A guy tapped me on my shoulder. Hey man, have you got a tail? I said, what? I said, no, man, I got a tail. No. Yeah, that's how far
they went.
They backward they were. When I went there, I brought a box of 45, right?
Yeah.
With Delroy Wilson. I remember with all the songs that I love, right? When I went there and they had parties, right? So when I went there and put it on, what is that? Because at the time they were listening to like Led Zeppelin and the Beach Boys and you know Elton John, you know, Beatles and stuff like that, you know, Black Sabbath and you know. That's what I grew up hearing too, you know.
Yes.
And then I came to Jamaica and did the reggae song.
So after Aliole, you know, how did the musical journey continue?
Well, look, I'm going to tell you this now. When I did Holly Holy, I was in Montego Bay. And a guy by the name of Fantastic Johnny C.
Johnny C.
Yeah. He was around the time with Wilson Pickett and all these, you know, Tom Jones and these guys, and he was living in Philadelphia. He came and he heard me sing with the Flames. I was with the Flames, and he and his wife came over to me and said, have you ever been to Philadelphia? I said, no. He goes, listen, where you from? Because I had that little Canadian accent at the time. Yeah. So I said, I live in Canada, you know. So he goes, okay, I'd like to invite you to Philadelphia. So I said, sure. But he goes, I don't want the group to come, I just want you to come. So I said, why? Why is that? He said, well, you know, I just want you to come. So I went to Philly, and Jerry Butler, and they put me on the show with Jerry Butler and Fantastic Otis, Fantastic Little Otis, put me on the show with him. And after that, he recorded me, you know. I came back to Jamaica, and I met this guy by the name of Keith Jones, who plays for Flora Prom right now, the Jad Crusaders, he was playing with them on the Flora Prom. Now, what happened was, he told me that, Glenn, you're too advanced at this group, that this group cannot follow you.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I was singing things that they couldn't sing in the background. Yeah, yeah. And I wanted to do certain things that, you know, grow more musically, you know. And what happened was, I left the group, went back to Philly, and when I went back to Philly, I did a couple of recordings, and I went back to Canada. When I went back to Canada now, I started doing like some club circuit and stuff like that. And Clan Circle sent back for me, I did an album, went back to Canada. And then what happened was, I was there for a while, and I went to Chicago.
Yes.
No, I started singing at the Witches Hideaway in Montego Bay. They had this girl, the Lewis sisters from Trinidad. They became my background singer. So we were there for a while, and a man by the name of Joe and Double L Lillard. Joe, I can't remember his last name, but he managed all the hotels,
in
right? In Chicago.
Oh, in Chicago.
He was, and Double L Lillard, he was the head of security. No, they invited me to come to Chicago to sing. So I said, all right, I'll come. And the girls, and they brought the girls with me, right?
Yes.
That time they had a tape, a cassette tape, and on the tape was a guy by the name of Donny Hathaway. I never knew that Donny had an album out. But the funniest thing about it, when I was in Philly, I was in the hotel room, and I hear the guy sing on TV that he was, I believe in music. And I go, whoa, this brother is like an angel. I never hear him again, because I couldn't figure out who it was.
Yeah.
So I asked him, I said, hey, can I borrow that tape, man? what are you listening to? He goes, no, this guy by the name of Donny Hatta, man, he's running the place in Chicago. And I said, can I hear him? And when I heard it, I said, whoa, this is the same guy.
Yeah.
So I borrowed it and never got it back. So what happened was now, when I went to Chicago now, they took me to the Push meeting with Reverend Jesse Jackson, right? This is where it all started now, yeah. And I met Jesse Jackson, I was there with them, and Bill Withers, all Emotions, Earth, Wind and Fire, all of them were, it was a black power movement, eh? And what happened was they took me to the theater now where I'm going to do my show now, right? There was a girl who was Janet Jackson's auntie. Her name was Lolita Holloway.
Lolita Holloway.
Right? She was bad like Aretha Franklin. She was in that category. Her producer's name was Floyd Smith. He had some hits also, right? With other people.
Yeah.
Now, when we went on stage, Lolita went before me, right? And I go, whoa, who we gonna handle this now? And the two girls, Betty and Cynthia, got cold feet, man. After that girl sang, they go, we're not going up there. I'm going, what do you mean? I said, we rehearsed for all three of us. Said, no, we're not going up there. So I said, all right.
You went by yourself?
I went up there by myself, and true, I was in the flames. I could dance good, eh? So I did a James Brown song on Baby I'm For Real and mash up the place, man.
Yeah?
And then I saw, through the know that I love Donny Hatta, right? They invited him to watch me. So when I looked at the side of the stage, I saw this guy with an opera cap looking down like that, you know? And I go, oh man, that's the guy. You know, that time I was singing, eh?
Yeah.
So what happened was after the little party thing, like, and I started talking to him, and they told him that they want me to come and hang out with him a little bit, right? So the said morning when he was coming to me, they robbed him, and they stole all his albums out of his car. So he started, I went to his house, went down the basement, and the guy played, man. He was on, let me tell you something, man. I have never heard nothing like that then, and since I have not heard nothing and no one
that good
to do what I see that guy did.
You were impressed by Donny Hatta?
Oh man, still is.
Still is.
You know, still is. Right now, I see what I seen him. He did.
Yes.
I'd never seen nobody do that with music. As a matter of fact, he wrote what do you call it now? He did a concerto, I can't remember what it was. But he scored for Chicago Symphony. Chicago Symphony, 100 people in that orchestra, you know. And he scored for everybody, flute, this, that,
everybody.
yeah.
Every instrument.
I dropped asleep in the basement, and he was working on it, right? And when I wake up, I know I don't hear the piano, he touch the piano. I know I don't hear him do like this on the piano for right out of the part.
Just out of Eddie
Just out of him head. Listen to this now. The only person I see do that to is Johnny Oshry.
Johnny Oshry.
Yeah, he's another genius. No, when I wake up now, he said to me, listen, you gotta take I'm gonna take a shower and we're gonna go down to the concert hall. So about 9 o'clock in the morning now, right? And he went and stopped at that place and he printed a whole bunch of charts, right? We went to the concert hall, and the concert master was on stage and the band was setting up and things. So Donny went over and gave him the score and everything. Now, we say, he called me Mexican, right? To talk funny, right? He called me Mexican, come on, let's go. So he went in the middle of the theater, and we sat down in the middle of the theater. And the charts were distributed to everybody, and the concert master looked at, I was him looking at it, right? And he went like this. That Danny.
Yeah.
Like him, like turning me line and looking at him like like him couldn't believe it.
Oh.
No, when he went like this and started it, and he reached about quarter way, Mexican, come on, let's go. And the man did not touch that piano. Me and him was in the car, driving, and somebody was singing a song. When we went back to the house, and he went on the piano and started playing and singing, he started singing the same song. But when he sang the song, he sang not all the words,
Yes.
but he sang the song from the end of the song to the beginning, and I couldn't fit. He was asking me, "Do you remember the song, man?" And I'm going, "No, I never heard it before." He goes, "You were listening to it in the car?" And I said, "No." And he goes, "Yeah." And he played front way and sing the hook. And
I realized.
He said, "I was singing it back way. I never seen nobody do that." Yeah, man. No, after that now, the same push meeting was going on, and I stayed in Chicago. That time, Betty Lewis, who was one of the singers in the group.
Backup singers.
Yeah, she was pregnant with my son, Glenn Lewis.
Yeah?
Yeah, and he was supposed to be born in Chicago, but I sent her to Jamaica, back to Toronto.
Yes.
And then that's when the whole thing started. And Lolita Holloway, there was Janet Jackson. She was a little bit, and one day I never knew about Janet. She just said to me, "Glenn, I want you to pick up that little girl for me at school, right? Because I have to go to the studio." So when I picked up the little girl, I was carrying her to where she told me to carry. So the guy, the lead singer for Spinners, he's now the lead singer for Spinners, right? Because the three of us used to sing together. John Edwards, who is the lead singer for Spinners, and Lolita Holloway, Floyd put us together to do some shows and things and sing together. When I went and stopped by the double, John was there. And he go, "Hi, Janet." I still never pick up, right? So when I reached our house now, and the lady said to me, "Thank you. Her mother gonna be really pleased. Thank you very much." When I went back now, they tell me that, you know who that is? That's Michael's sister. And I go, "Michael?" It's Michael you're talking about.
Yeah.
The Michael Jackson's sister. So I said, "So what is she doing there, son?" That time Michael big,
Yes.
The 5 big, huh? Anyway, that went on, and I pick her up a couple times, and
Yeah.
till she called me Uncle Glenn.
She called it Uncle Glenn.
Yeah. No, listen to this now. My son, when I was signed to CBS, right?
Yes.
He was a little boy, Now, when he grew up and started singing, he met Janet differently from me. I never introduced him to Janet. Right? Now, he went to Philadelphia and started his career, and he recorded the song "Don't You Forget It," and that, big him up. Now, how he really bust is that Janet, well, I never saw the show, but Sly told me that Janet went on an air with David Letterman, and David Letterman said to her, "Who are you listening to now, Janet?" And she put up this picture and said, "Glenn Lewis, this is the guy I'm listening to now."
Your son.
Yeah. So Sly came back from Philly and told me that he saw my son in the studio singing and really about it. Was excited and told me about the thing.
Oh, after meeting Danny Hathaway, your career now.
We look at my whole singing style changed.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I used to have this kind, I used to have I still have a strong voice, but I used to sing very big.
Yes.
Right, with the Wilson Pickett kind of thing and the Tom Jones and stuff like that, because I was doing the club circuits and all that kind of stuff. But when I met Don, and I started to learn differently, vocally.
Yes.
Right? I started singing with a band called Crack of Dawn.
Crack of Dawn.
And we were the first black to sign with a major label in the history of Canada.
Yes. Which label was that?
That was Columbia Records, which is CBS.
You were signed to Columbia Records.
Yeah.
The first black man, the first Jamaican to be
Black.
signed by an
Yeah.
international record
Yeah,
label.
by an international label.
What year was that though?
That was 1971.
1971. Yeah?
And I was with them till 77.
6 years.
Yeah. And I left them and went to when I got that $1 million thing with Filthy Rich, that's when I left.
You got $1 million, what kind of dollar?
Canadian dollars.
Million Canadian dollars. So that
Yeah.
made you the first
I was the
millionaire,
black.
black millionaire
In Canada.
in Canada.
Yeah, everything black come from me. First.
First.
Yeah. I was the first to go. A matter of fact, the thing that they call the Juno Awards up there.
Juno Awards.
I was the first among the first 5.
Yes.
When it used to have the Black Music Awards, right? No, they took the Black Music. There was no black music on the Juno Awards, so they started this thing. Reggae, R&B, reggae, best R&B soul
Yeah.
on the Juno Awards. Now, I did an album called I Found the Love. It was a complete,
Found the Love,
it was a
yes.
cool, complete soul album, right? And it got nominated for the Juno Awards, right? And then you have a girl named Liberty Silver, Errol Starr, and 2 others were nominated. The first black to go on the Juno Awards as black artists and sing. I was among the first 5.
You're among the first 5.
Yeah. The
What-
first time black music went into the Juno Awards
Yes.
was these 5 people that I'm talking about.
History again.
Yeah.
Before we talk about I Found a Love, you mentioned that the recording that you did when Love in There was involved in the thing there was Oli Oli.
Oli Oli, yeah.
Man. Can I have a piece of that song? Or just a few lines?
Holy, holy, dreams of holy dreams. Well, I am what I am, what I believe in. Holy, 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 yeah. Yeah,
Mad.
that was the first one.
So I Found a Love now, it was an album.
Yeah, that I Found a Love Now was an album
Yeah.
which was done after I left CBS.
After you left CBS.
Yeah, but CBS, I had 3 number 1 with CBS.
3
you
number
know.
ones.
Yeah,
Remember them?
Yeah.
What
And Natalie Cole, right?
Yeah, well, before we talk about that, what are the names of those songs, the hit songs? That
It's
you had
Alright.
with you? It's Alright.
Yeah. Booby Ruby
Ruby Ruby.
and Keep the Faith.
Keep the Faith.
And the first one that really hit was Natalie Cole. When Natalie Cole, when she used to run up and down do shows all over Canada, right?
Yeah, Natalie Cole used to run up and
Yeah,
down my
man.
place.
Yeah, man. Me know, was my friend, man.
Was a friend.
Yeah, good girl, you know.
Yeah?
Yeah, I remember introducing her to my mother at the airport, you know. Because I was at the airport with my mother and saw her walking and I said, Natalie! And my mother looked at her and said, oh, turn the idiot. Yeah. No, man, me and Natalie and Rick James used to do the whole circuit, right? And what happened was we got the first hit with CBS was she sent when she left Canada and went to Chicago to go to the rehab and stuff like that, right? She told me that anytime she record and bust, she gonna send me a song that her husband write for me. Now at the time, we had a song called The Key that came out first, but never went in the chart.
Okay.
And one day I went up to CBS and somebody said to me, hey Glenn, so a cassette is here for you from the States. So when I went, I was in the A&R department. When I got the cassette, I push it in and listen to it, and I go, whoa. So I called Bob Gallo, who was the producer for Crack of Dawn, and I said, hey man, you gotta hear this. So when he heard him say, yeah, this is it.
This is it.
So the book Manta sound, and this is where the album gonna start now, and they Keep the Faith and the Ray, yeah.
Ruby,
Yeah. No, when we went there, we played it different because Cracker Down was a 10-piece band with horns and things. So it was orchestrated to fit the band.
Yeah.
Because at the time, how should I put it? Our competitor that we had to compete with was Earth, Wind and Fire.
Earth, Wind and Fire.
Yeah, because Cracker Down was signed to CBS. And also
Earth, Wind and Fire,
signed to CBS. But we were signed on the Canadian deal, and they were in America. No, where it started to get heavy now is when the song "It's Alright" came out and went hit.
Yes.
Number one, right? Because it went on a guy by the name Dick Clark.
Yeah.
What's the name of that show? They used to have it in America. Dick Clark.
Not sure.
I can't remember what's the name of it, but Dick Clark is his name, a big MC, right? And we got 99.5 ratings with that song. So, no, when Cracker Down went to Plaza, that's in Montreal, that's the biggest, what do you call it now? The biggest auditorium. Our place where you're going. Place where it's like the classic part of Montreal to do shows.
Yeah.
No, we went there with a girl by the name of Tina Charles. Tina Charles had a hit, and both of us went there, and they invited CBS over from America to come and look at the band now, right? Because they're hearing this Cracker Down, right? Now, after the band finished, the president for CBS Canada took me to the president of CBS America. And when I went in there, he said to me, very good, man. I said, you really like it? He said, yeah, but not as good as Earth, Wind and Fire. So I go, what are you talking about, man? I said, listen to me. Bring them come.
Bring them come.
That's exactly my words. And he goes, and he looked at me good, eh? And he turned to the president and said, hey, I never knew what he meant by that, but no, I understand. Eh? He goes, you got to hold on to this one. No, it wasn't even 6 months after that they called the band into the office, and they went like, listen, I think we're gonna change the name of the band. Everybody was surprised, even myself, because nobody told me nothing. And we're gonna call the band the GLEN RICKS Band.
Cracker Down became the GLEN RICKS Band.
No, it didn't become that. Oh. Listen to this. Listen to this. Rupert Harvey and his brother, Carl Harvey, now, I said, what? And I looked at the president and I said, what are you talking about? He said, well, the disco thing is dying out, and we have to change the image of the Ray and a bunch of foolishness, you know? So I said, what are you talking about? He said, listen, we're going to, but here what happened now? He said the orange section was falling apart. They wasn't playing as good. You know, so when they booked the session for the second album, they wasn't doing it as good. And I remember Bob Geller telling them, say, listen, the only person I need inside of this place is this man. You know? And I understood what was going on. Now, after the meeting, Terrellin said, listen, you guys going to have to think about it, and you guys going to come back to the office, and you're going to tell me who is going to stay with Glenn. I never make no kind of decision to say I'm staying with the company either, you know, for when I dismantled. So we went back to the meeting, and the keyboard player and the bass player for the band says, we're going to stay with Glenn. Now, the first time, and this is another thing, that's the first time a reggae song was played on a station called Chum radio station, which was in Canada, in Toronto, which was a station where they didn't even play black music.
And a reggae song made it.
And a reggae song was played. It's called Oh What a Big World.
Oh What a Big World.
Yeah.
Your song.
Yeah. GLEN RICKS, Oh What a Big World, CBS.
Give me a earpiece out, man.
Oh, what a big world, what an exciting place. Oh, what a big world, what an exciting place. We all know of the mass
master plan, one of love shared from man to man. In our time, not much left to love. Let's all pray for some great sign from above. Everything goes on and on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First reggae song.
Yeah, to play on Trump. Then the second one single that I had out with CBS now was I Got Something for My Baby.
I got something for my baby.
Yeah, that was my hit.
Hit again.
That was MOR, middle of the road music, because
Middle of the road music.
that's what I was doing with it.
Oh,
But
okay.
the first time reggae was recorded was with me in CBS.
Yeah. Yeah, bring the reggae into CB.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, reggae music really started in Canada, really, you know, because
Yeah.
Cracker Dawn, we used to tour with, do concert with like Cool and the Gang and they name them, you know.
You also be on the same show.
Yeah, we
Cool
don't
and
say,
the
yeah. And what happened was, when Cool and the Gang and we were performing, right? We used to do things where, like it's at the end of the song. Like when I say, for instance, I'm singing, I got something for my baby, something that a woman needs. At the end of it, we used to do the reggae, put the reggae in it. Any song we're doing, right? I don't want to lose this good thing. Like, well, knock on wood, and then ribbons in the sky, but yeah, I know, whatever. We used to do the reggae at the end.
Yeah.
So that's how we introduced
introduce the reggae.
reggae to the people. And then that's how Messenger, after Cracker Dawn was split up, a group called Messenger now signed to CBS. I mean, was signed to CBS and signed to Warner Brothers now after that. When I left CBS, I went to England.
Oh.
But the guy by the name of Rupert Harvey and Carl Harvey, they formed a group called Messenger.
Okay.
And they signed to Warner Brothers. And they were a big hit too.
Yeah.
And they were doing complete reggae. They are the first, I think, reggae band that made it in
What
Canada.
caused the group to break up though?
Well, it looked as if CBS just wanted me to sing.
Okay. Oh.
You know? And then after that, now, what happened was, and you see the thing about it is that they did it in a way where the band members started to think that I was the one who instigated it. Yeah. No, what I did now, I looked at my wife and I said, listen, Betty, you know, I can't do this, you know. Because I hear it on the street, Ray, and people tell me this and tell me that. I think I'm going to sign to Filthy Rich, you know. I'm going to leave CBS. She looked at me and said, you mad? I said, no, man, I'm going to leave CBS, man. Because I can't take the people that tell me that I mean why the band, Ray. So I called the president and I said, listen, I need to have a meeting with you, you know. And when I went to the meeting, you know, he said to me, what is it? So I said, listen, I'd like to... a release. I'd like to get a release from this contract. He go, what? I say, yeah, Mr. Lynn, I'd like to get a release. He say, from the biggest company in the world? I go, yeah. So listen to this now. He said, I think you better go home. I don't know what you were drinking or something. Yeah. I think you better go home and come back. When you really make up your mind, come back. So I said, I leave and I call him back again and said, listen, I really need a release. So he said, come to my office. So I went to the office. He said, what is it? What's the problem? And I told him, he said, he looked at me and go, listen, if you go into the supermarket, which one of these guys later on is going to give you money to go to the supermarket? You have to look out for yourself. You don't have nothing to do. What do you care about what people saying? I said, no, I can't take it, man.
Yes.
So they released me from the company and I went to Filthy Rich. When I went to Filthy Rich now, they gave me $1 million.
You became filthy rich.
Yeah. No.
$1 million Canadian.
Yeah, that time my son was a little boy now.
Yeah.
No, actually, no, what happened, you heard the story. I left CBS and went to England.
Yes.
And I met, there was a guy by the name of, what's his name again, Bonnie Brown. He was the leader for Chosen Few. he was signed to Polydor in England. Now, when I went there, I never really knew anyone of such because I never really have the hits them like the 500 of it. Because I just coming from CBS. So when I went there, I met up with Bunny. Bunny said, hey man, I'm glad to see you, man. You gotta join the group. So he took me to Polydor. So when I went to Polydor, the Alan Black, he was the president. So Alan Black says, boy, these guys talk about the island, and we're going to the studio to do it. And the same song that I have, that I had a hit in Jamaica with called Sit in the Back Seat.
Sitting in the back seat.
We did it as an R&B version first, right? So when we went in there was a guy by name of Martin, and the guy who used to manage vehicles, this tall man, he managed vehicles, right? He was there. And when I finished doing what I was doing, I did, and I went and signed with Polydor. I signed to Polydor.
So you signed Polydors before Filthy Rich?
Yeah.
Okay.
So no, I was in England, and I spent a year there, almost a year. Yeah. And when I was there, one night, Bunny carried me to a concert where Heat Wave was playing.
Heat Wave.
And this is where the whole thing started going. So Bunny tell him, let Glenn come and sing a song because Bunny knew them, man. No, I went up and sang, man, and Johnny Wilder wouldn't leave me alone. So Johnny, he's the guy who sing that song, Always and Forever, right? Rod Templeton now was a little white guy who was a guitar player. They came and picked me up the morning and carried me to Epic in England. It was a little room where I was going, whoa. So when I went upstairs and I went in there, Johnny told him that I was with a band called Crack of Dawn and they called CBS. And I said, yeah, we know him. And no, Johnny said, hey man, you gotta join our group, man. You fit in good. So I was gonna join the group, No, I told Bunny, hey man, I gotta leave this because I don't know what Alan Black is doing. I gotta leave this, man. I can't take this. So what happened was Johnny used to come and pick me up and carry me to the studio. And Rod Templeton now said to me, hey, I got this song, man. And Johnny, man, he'd been fooling around, man, because before we went to the studio, Johnny was at the back of a club with a girl and would not leave. And I'm going, hey man, we gotta go deal with the producer. No, me and Johnny went late. So when we went there, the producer said something, man. He was a very ignorant man, that the guy Johnny Wilder. Cussed off the producer and walked to the studio and fly gone, and Rod Templeton played the song Always and Forever. So I learned the song to go sing the song. Now about a week after that, I got a telephone call from Canada. And I go, hello? And the person said, is this Glenn? I said, yes. He goes, listen, this is David Green wants to speak to you. So I said, David? Oh yeah, let me talk to him. So I went on the phone, he goes, hey Glenn, you gotta come back to Canada, man. Any deal you're gonna make over there now, because it look as if he found out I was gonna sign back to Epic. So he goes, any deal you're gonna make, don't make it, man. We're gonna give you way more than them. And I go, what? That time I needed money now,
Yeah.
So I go, so what's the money? He goes, no, anything you're gonna sign, we're gonna give you more. So I went back to the studio before, and I said, man, hey, Ron, I can't do this, I have to go back to Canada. So he said, oh man, you were perfect for the song. So Johnny sang it and went a hit. And Quincy, and a matter of fact, that guy was a great writer. He was the guy who wrote Thriller and all of that stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah, Rod Templeton. He was even Rock
Michael Jackson Thriller.
Yeah, he wrote all them songs. He wrote like Rock With You. I wanna rock with you all night. He wrote all those songs, man. That guy Rod Templeton.
The man they did a power with Father Glenn.
Yeah, man, I'm afraid, man.
Power them.
Yeah, man, Rod Templeton, man.
Yeah.
He's an Englishman.
So Filthy Rich link up.
Yeah, no, my son, right? Was a little boy at the time, right?
Yeah.
When I got the call. No, I was sleeping on the floor. And he tapped me on my shoulder and waking me up, eh? And he go, hey, Dad, don't worry, man, don't worry. You're going to be the star, but I'm going to be the superstar. It's the same exact words. He was about 3 years old.
Yeah?
And I'm going, what the hell is that boy? So I said, looked at my wife and I said, Betty, you hear what this boy said to me? And she said, I heard him.
Yeah.
So I called back David Green. No, David Green never really told me what was this all about, right? But David had, it's a song that Heart of My World, right?
Heart of My World.
That was a song I went to LA to do, right? No, you have David Green now, his father, there's a bank in Canada called the Green Machine, I think, what it called? A big bank here, man, the Greens, they own it.
Greens.
And they had a company called DM Consultant. So when I sent my son and my wife back to Trinidad, because Trinidad she came.
Oh, your wife is
Trinidad? Because I migrated from Toronto to go to England, eh? So I'm going back. So my mother and them was there, but I wasn't going to stay with my mother. My mother lived in Kitchener, so I had to stay in Toronto. So they bought up a condominium and let me stay in there, you know. No, at first they let me stay at their place, right? And they go, well, Glenn, we have Mr. Feldman, who is the chairman for City Hall in Toronto, and they name a couple of other, Blue DeVore, Herbert Green, Toronto Dominion Bank.
Oh,
the Greens own that. Right? No, where they took me was
TD Bank, that man.
Yeah, TD. Yeah,
TD.
Yeah, that's David Green's father's place. They own that, and they have a place called the DM Consultant. So the 10 top millionaires in Canada put $100,000 each.
To make the mill.
Yeah. Now, when we did the album too, you know, it was geared to Clive Davis. Right? He was the first one who heard that album. But the money that Filthy Rich won because for the album, him said, no, we can't afford that. He loved the album and everything. That was the song Heart of My World. I don't know if you ever heard it.
I listened to it earlier. Well.
Good. No, the person who arranged that was called Gene Page.
Gene Page.
Like when you listen to that song, right, you can tell that it wasn't done here.
Yes.
Like it was the Love Unlimited Orchestra that played that song. Gene Page, who is Barry White's arranger, he was the one who did it, right? And you had guys like Greg Fillinganes playing. Greg Fillinganes, Barbara Streisand, bass player, Bill Withers, producer, playing drums.
And Heart of My World.
And Heart of My World, yeah. And Jim Gilstrap and the girl who sang You Are the Sunshine of My Life. They sang background on it.
Yeah?
Yeah. It was something else, man. The brother who's called Greg Fillinganes, he was playing with Stevie Wonder at the time when he did that song.
But Sir Ricks, yeah, did superstar about it.
No, but I was big in Canada, you know.
Yeah?
Yeah, man, I make it a Canada.
You make it a Canada.
Yeah, I did it.
Heart of My World. Make a couple lines, because we have to familiarize the people with it.
Heart of my world, you're the part of my world. Heart of my world, it keeps me going on. Pride of my world, you're inside of my world. Inside of my world, you're my song. Two hearts together. Ooh, loving forever, spinning the world, holding each other. I know that no other could be heart of my world. That's
Big
one of the
Star
songs.
again.
Yeah, man.
So that was the first song you did for Filter Rich.
Yeah, and well, with about 12 other songs.
12 other songs.
Yeah.
Were there any more like number
No, that
ones out
album
of
never released.
it? Never released.
No, I have it, you know.
You have it?
Yeah.
So you have to look for the album for Sir Ricks.
No, well, hey, you see the album, you know, no whip of money beat it. I have to know what I'm doing, you know, because
Yeah.
through CBS made, Filter Rich made
Filter
some
Rich.
bad errors with me, you know.
Oh.
And I had to come out of the contract, you know.
Oh, so that ended prematurely.
And the lawyers let me get it, you know.
So you got the album out of there.
Yeah. So I have the whole thing, you know. And I have some guinea gogs playing on that stuff, man. You have Mo Kaufman and the Toronto Symphony on that album, all kind of thing, people on there. You know, well recorded.
So after the Filthy Rich breakup.
After Filthy Rich breakup now, what did I do now? I used to go back and forth to Chicago.
Yes.
Well, because Danny, you know, he used to do concert, and he and Roberta did this song. It was what I tell you, man.
Mr. Roberta, you mean Roberta Flack?
Yeah. No, you man, listen. You know, you're the best part, eh?
Yeah, listen, man.
Stevie mixed my song, and Stevie Wonder mixed one of my first single that I released in Toronto and Jamaica. Stevie Wonder sit down and mix it.
Which song is that?
It's called Feel the Need.
Feeling it.
Yeah, that was the first song that I recorded, that I came back in 1990.
1990.
Yeah, and I don't know if you know the guy by the name Chris Stanley. He owned Music Mountain. He was my manager, and he got the song from Stevie and his brother Keith. They mixed it and sent it back here. No, here it is. Where was I with that thing then? With
What was that about?
the one before that.
With that Roberta Flack.
Roberta Flack and Danny, you know. The night, the day when I was supposed to go to New York to go and go check him, there was a snowstorm. It was in January. There was a snowstorm going on, a wicked one, you know. And he goes, man, you gotta come, man. I said, I really want to come. I can't come over there, man. You know, and that was the night he died.
Yeah? So you wanted you to come see him on that night?
Yeah, because, no, actually, that song, The Closer I Get to You, was the last song, it and Back Together Again, was the last song they recorded that night for the album. And he went back to the hotel, and that was it. I just couldn't make it. So what happened was, I remember how it happened was I was sleeping, and I hear the telephone ring, and my wife say, Glenn, Tony Sylvester is on the phone. Well, Tony Sylvester is one of the singers for the Main Ingredient. I don't know if you ever...
No, not familiar with that, though.
Main Ingredient is a big group. And just like the Manhattans, they're just like the Manhattans, Main Ingredient. I can't remember the name of the song. But they have Cuba Gooding. You ever heard of Cuba Gooding?
Yes.
Well, Cuba Gooding was the lead singer for the Main Ingredient, right? No. When I pick up the phone, he went, "Oh, Glenn, man, you got an American station." Like, he wouldn't tell me what happened, right? He goes, "Are you near? You can get an American station." I say, "Yeah, I can get Buffalo." So he says, "I think you better turn the radio on, man." So I said, "What is it?" He said, "No, you listen to the radio." So I turned on the radio, and all I'm hearing was Donny out of the song say, "Yeah, man, my boy boss now." And then when they played, I think when they played one of his songs, they go, "And the late and great Donny Hathaway." I said, "Late?" So I called him back immediately, and he goes, "Yeah, Glenn, man, I couldn't tell you." I said, "What?"
You never get to see him the last time because of the storm.
Man, it was sad, man. Sad, you know? But it reached a point now where I came back to Jamaica.
Why you came back home, though?
Well, I never really did love Canada, you know, because My mother, my father, my sister, everybody took out their Canadian citizenship, and I never did. All I did was be a landed immigrant. And I said, no, I don't want it. No, what happened was, I came back to Jamaica. It was very hectic, right? And I came back to Jamaica and I said, you know, so I can't bother. It was Jackie Metoo's.
Jackie Metoo.
Okay, what happened was Jackie Metoo died. So me, Carol Brown, who is his baby mother in Toronto, and Lord Tanamo came on the plane with him to Jamaica.
Okay.
So I made it look as if I'm coming here to just for the funeral. So I took a little suitcase like that and the suit that I have on my back and a little whatever in it, you know. And they had it at the stadium and things like that. He went to Montego Bay and buried. No, I was there for about a month, 2 months. And they go, hey man, you got your contract with them. I said, listen man, I'm coming man, I'll soon come. Right? No.
I see him bike, you know?
Yeah. Fatis.
Philip.
Yeah. No, he had a company called Exterminator,
yeah.
right? No, Carol said to me, say, Glenn, man, like why you not going, like why you not... He goes, Glenn, man, like why you not going back to Toronto yet? I think you should record a song for Fatis. No, he had a guy by Tony Owens or something like that. He was managing those little boys from England, like the new kids or something like that, whatever. Some little guys, but they had hits, and so he was in Jamaica. So they were at the studio. So I went in and I started singing. How can I forget? How can I forget? So when I finished, Barris and Frankie Paul said, hey, come out of the studio, man. So I said, what do you mean come out of the studio? He said, come on. So I go, no, hold on, man. I need another verse. So Barris said, all right, you ready? I'm going to write the first verse. I'm going to make it and take it, and then you finish it. So I said, all right. So Barris said, go, let me hand it to you. For all the things, he showed me how to do whatever I'm saying right there, right? And then I sing the second verse. So I say, okay, I ready to the background. Here, Frankie. You hear me tell you to come out of the studio, man?
So Frankie Paul did the background.
And Barris. The two of them
Frankie and Barris did the
sing
background.
the background.
How can I forget?
Yeah, they're the ones who sang on that. Really, man. And the song was so, boop. When it came out, it just gone. I remember the day, but I just started, Frankie said, kick it! Something like that. And the song started. Yeah, the both of them.
So that was your first recording back home in Jamaica?
That was the first, 1990.
Hit song?
Yeah.
GLEN RICKS?
Yeah.
Barris, Frankie Paul and background?
Yeah. Was nice.
It's nice, man.
Yeah. And then I wasn't really that great of a reggae singer, eh?
Yes.
And
your flavor is more R&B.
Yeah, soul.
Soul.
You know, because that's what all my big hits are there.
Oh,
eh?
yes.
And what happened was Dennis Brown used to show me how to do it.
So you and Dennis Brown were friends, how?
Oh man, me and Dennis was like, if
you
you want to find Dennis, you have to find me. Most people couldn't find him. All right, the song that made Dennis go on into the Grammys,
yes,
I wrote it. Right? It's called Everlasting Love. Right? It's summertime, Everlasting Love, and I Miss You, Babe. It's on that album that got him nominated for the Grammys the first time he got.
You wrote
all three of them.
All three of those.
Yeah, and Dennis go. I said, Dennis, how come my name is not on there? The right? They go, there was a typographical error. Yeah, man. And Dennis used to live up in Meadowbrook Estate, and I used to stay at his house. I used to teach him.
Teach him to
play keyboard and vocal too. Yeah, man. Like Bounty Killer, all of them come out of man.
Killer?
Yeah, I used to teach him vocal thing. When he was at Jammins, yeah. Nitty Cutty.
You will scare them?
Lucian and Sizzler, everybody. Yeah.
Sir Glen Ricks, Sir Glen Ricks, you know. Sir Glen Ricks.
Yeah, and Sizzler, don't play with that guy, man. That guy is a wizard.
Me know, man.
Listen to me, man. I want to show you something about that guy.
Yeah.
I was teaching him to play violin. Right? No, I said, hey, man, we're going to have to get a book called A and B Guide to Theory, right? So I said, whoa, where you get that? I said, I can get it, man. Give me the money, I go buy it.
Yeah.
I'll come back and I give it to him, right? He goes, all right, here. Let me find you next week, right? I will give me my first lesson. He couldn't find me because I was a type of guy where you just can't find. No, here's no. I was coming out of Anchor Studio doing after I did the session, and it's Sizzler that. Now, every Thursday I used to come to Anchor to record, right? Every Thursday I used to come to Anchor and record. Him and Lucy came on after.
Yeah.
Because I was the one who recorded Lucy first for Fatis. You know?
You recorded Luciano the first time for
Yeah, for Fatis, yeah. Yeah, because he told me after I did the thing, we went and eat some food, and he must tell me that he did upholstery work and all that kind of stuff, right? And I said to him, I looked at him and I said, hey, Lucy, you listen to the whispers, right? I go, oh, you know? I said, I can't hear it. No, what happened was, listen, we're going to Sizzler, right? When Sizzler took the book from me, right? And I was coming out of the Anchor, and all of a sudden, I hear, at the front gate, you know how long I look for you, come in the car. So we go to the car, right? He was at the gate, you know. Gussie Clark, who owned the place, wanted to come out and could not come out until him done.
Kalanja block the road.
Yeah, block the gate with him car. So here Kalanja to me. Ask me any question. The man read the whole book, the man knew the whole book. And I'm going, what the hell is this? The man knew the whole book.
Yes.
No, the other day I went and recorded something for Caveman, and the person playing on there was Sizzler. And I'm going, who play the bass on it?
Sizzler play the bass.
Yeah, I said, Sizzler play. I said, Sizzler, which Sizzler you talking about? I said, Sizzler, man, and he play bass. I said, Jesus.
And you would have helped to create that. Yes.
Started with the theoretical part of it in the music and things.
Oh, you end up around a Fatis though?
No, the same way that when I did Oh Can I Forget, that was the first song.
Oh, okay, yes.
And then I started to play a lot of rhythms and things like that. And Lucy, it was started now down at Slipe Road with Anchor. With him now, I took his that tape to Fatis. And so he started recording with Fatis.
But a whole heap of influence you have in I think.
Yeah, man. Lukey D, the whole of them, man.
Lukey D.
Yeah, man. And all them, man.
Who else in the business now you have some form of influence on their career? You mentioned Killer, Sizzler, Lukey D, Luciano, Dandy Mike them.
Boy, I can't remember so much of them, you know. I don't want to say, well, I don't know. Can't remember, but it's a lot of them. Lot of them, man.
Yes.
But right now, as it stands, like, I want to get back into the production part of it.
We'll come back around to that. How can I forget your first recording in 1990 when you came back home? How that journey they continue forward now? That's when
I started dealing with Dennis. Like, and started living amongst him and stuff like that, and you know, it was really nice. Him started to teach me how to sing reggae.
Yes.
And that's how. And the first time I sang a special was him. I used to watch him going on the studio do special. I said, what the hell is that, man? Him go special for sound, and I go, what? What do you mean? Because I never tried that Canada.
never done before, right?
Yeah. And I am saying, I'm going to kill that someone, and I'm going to kill this. And I say, kill? Kill it. And he goes to him, and then he goes, why don't you sing one? So the first time I sing one now, it was Jack Scarpia, when he carried me to Jack Scarpia.
Yeah.
Now when we're up in the studio now, after him done doing him thing, so him to turn to Jack and say, Glen Ricks is, you know. So Jack said, yeah, you know long I want to find a man to sing sit in the box seat for me, but I want him to say sit in the box, I want him to say standing in the dance hall.
Yeah.
I'm say standing in the dance hall, I might change my tune. And then I tell me, well, let me on to you all the things that I kill this and kill that. And
So you had recorded sitting in the back seat, the reggae version, yet, or just the R&B version in here?
No. You see, after I did, how can I forget, you know?
Yeah.
Somebody called me and said, hey, Glenn, a guy by the name of Bobby Digital want to talk to you, you know? Soldier. So I went over there
Bobby.
and did back seat.
And you did, sitting in the back seat?
Yeah,
and
just sit back.
Big tune again.
A big tune again.
Big tune.
Yeah, man.
But what piece that man?
Sitting in the back seat, checking it out. Sitting in the back seat, checking it out. Let's relax a minute, spend some time together. Just you and me, baby, with a sack full of dreams. 'Cause you taught me love at its best. How can I live with anything less? Yes, you showed me how to live again. How can I live with anything less? Sitting in the back seat. That's it.
Checking it out.
Yeah, man. Read that.
Boy, still big, Sir Ricks.
Yeah, man, still a go on.
Still a go on.
Yeah. I have 3 singles coming out next week.
We still talk about the new thing there, because we still around here together, so we are taking
Yeah.
stage and phases. So after sitting in the back seat, what next came up? So after you record for Bobby?
Yes, I'm falling in love, only in love. Yes, I'm falling in love with only you.
That came in.
Who you voice that for?
Bobby did.
Bobby again?
Yeah.
And Bobby have a little chemistry going
Yeah,
on.
man, we have a little chemistry because I get about 4 songs.
Yes. Which other songs you did with him?
A song Stevie write for me.
Stevie. And we are going to say Stevie, making people know say Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder, yeah.
Right, with Glen Ricks.
Lady love and lady care,
That one.
lady went away, left me all alone to suffer. And now I feel it's not fair for me to fall in love. The truth is still on me to uncover. Said it's been so long since I've heard the sound. Been so long since I've trusted in someone else. I had to see it all for myself. Said it's been so long that the world seems cold. Now I think it's time in my life to find myself again. Yeah.
Yeah. We tell you say that we have years.
Yeah.
Bobby again.
Yeah.
I know you just give me a fleeting mention of falling in love. But that is the Glen Ricks that is probably the most popular one in Jamaica, what do you say? Falling in love? No?
Sit in the box seat.
Sitting in the back seat.
Yeah.
Alright. That one is my favorite Glen Ricks. So I go one solid piece of that one there.
Which one?
I Am Falling.
You know something I know it. You know, believe me, man.
Yeah? What
You know, say, all right, I'm going to tell you what happened. All right, there's 2 songs that I never really, it took me a long time to learn Hollywood.
Falling it. All the holy?
Yeah, it took me a long time to learn it, you know.
Yes.
Because I never really want to sing it on stage, you know. Okay. I never, never go good with me. Fall in love is the same thing. A matter of fact, it's me write the song and I never get off on it, you know. And I hear people say them love it and I'm going, what? You know what I mean?
Yes, I'm falling in love, only in love. Yes, I'm falling in love with Teach Them Channel. Falling in love, only in love. Yes, I'm falling in love with Teach Them Channel.
So, sitting in the back seat, you would think is a bigger song than Falling in Love?
Yeah.
In Jamaica?
Yeah.
Or you just prefer it more?
Well, probably I prefer it more.
Probably that's
yeah.
why, man.
Yeah. But
Probably that's
actually, no. I think Art of My World it is, you know. Art of My World went #1, you know.
In Jamaica?
Yeah, Art of My World is a #1 song in Jamaica.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So Art of My World, #1 Jamaica and overseas?
Yeah, man, it was #1 here. It went #1 in Jamaica first. And then Warner Brothers took it in England. Yeah, man,
I have other songs and many other rhythms.
I Found a Love was songs. Actually I Found a Love, you know.
You said
that's my biggest album.
Biggest album.
Yeah, because when I Found a Love went #1, they had Teddy Pendergrass, Michael Jackson, all them under me, you know. Because that album dethroned, listen to this, you know.
Yeah,
that album dethroned Johnny Taylor, you know. Johnny Taylor was the king of soul music in America.
Yes.
And what happened was, the song I Found a Love was written by Wilson Pickett.
Yeah, because it was a cover.
Yeah, but what happened was, when I sang it, it's like he must say, no man, this brother can't, so I'm going in and go record the same song. So when he recorded the song, Billboard magazine put an article, I don't know who did it, but it's one of the editors for Billboard. Wrote, Johnny Taylor, have you heard the rendition of Glen Rick's I Found a Love? You need to go back to the drawing board. Just like I kill him. Yeah, I kill him. But the only reason why I never get the King of Soul, you know, is because I was an American.
The Jamaican.
Yeah. That's why I never got the King of Soul. Because I did it, man, soul-wise, I did that.
You did it.
Yeah, I angled my soul. I can angle my soul, man.
You can angle your soul.
Yeah, man.
I Found a Love.
Stevie hold on for me one day, man, after he heard some of my songs.
Yeah.
The same Heart of My World album. I met him in Miami and him hold on my hand, man, for about 15 minutes, I wouldn't let it go.
Yeah.
He was like it. Yeah, man.
Give me one little piece of I Found a Love there.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I need, baby. Yeah, yeah, that's what I need. Whoa, yeah. I found a love. I found a love. I found a love that I need. Oh, yeah. That's it. The way that woman walks, she sets my soul on fire. The way she talks, she's my heart's desire. And if she leave me, I'll surely die. Oh, yeah.
Mad.
Yeah. Even on that same album, when that album was so big, you know, Teddy Pendergrass copied one of the songs on there.
Which song Teddy P copied?
Make It With You. He recorded it the same way, the same exact way that I did it. Teddy did. But me and him was supposed to do
a song together.
No, we actually Chris Stanley, when I did How Can I Forget?
Yeah.
No. Oh God. when I did Keep On Dancing,
Keep on dancing.
cause Keep On Dancing, that was the song that let me go on the what you call it there? Sunsplash.
Sunsplash.
First time I went on Sun, that's the song that took me on there. No, I recorded it for Mount Music. Actually, no, I recorded it in Canada and came back and did a version of it here. And I brought, when I did Keep On Dancing now, it took me to the...
Sunsplash.
Yeah. No, after that, I went back to Canada. And then I brought back, what's his name? From the Temptations. Ron Tyson.
Yeah.
Ron Tyson brought him back to Jamaica, and him and Marsha Griffiths did a duet of the same song for them.
Dancing.
Keep on dancing, keep on singing, hey la 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 la. That's the one, right? And when after that, now, what happened was I did a show at Exodus, and then Chris Stanley pick up a phone and call Philadelphia, and a guy answered the phone and he goes, "Hey man, where's Teddy, man?" And he goes, "I don't know, man." Him say, "Okay, tell you what, tell him to call me." This guy, Chris Stanley, he knew everybody, man. When I say that, he knew everyone.
Everybody.
Yeah, he knew everyone. As he was the guy who married Grace Jones.
Oh.
No, when Teddy called him back, him go, "Hey, I want to bust a guy in Jamaica, man. I got an artist here I want to bust in Jamaica. And I think you are the right person to do it." So he booked Stadium and was going to make me and Teddy do the show. So when he started making the flyers now, what happened was he got a call from the same guy who he owned the biggest club in Philadelphia, I think Johnny, something like that. And he called and said, hey man, hey, don't go no further that show, man. Something just happened, man. And he said, "What happened?" He said, "Man, the Rolls Royce is in the ditch, man, with Teddy in there, man. Him and two transvestite was in there, man, and Ray and a bugger full. I had to cancel the show."
Pity, eh?
Yeah.
Pity.
It was going to be good.
When you came back to Jamaica in 1990, did you ever have any desire to go back to Canada?
Well, I spent 17 years here. That's what made me lose my status.
17 years.
Yeah, I wouldn't go back. And it's the death of my father why I went back.
Yeah, I went back. So when you came to Jamaica, your wife came with you?
No, man, no. That time, my son make it big now.
Okay.
You know, he started singing and then he signed to Epic.
To Epic. He became the superstar as himself.
And then Alicia Keys and him was at the house, and you know when I called her, I talked to her and all that stuff. You know? Crazy, eh? Because he knew another set of people, you know, like Alicia Keys and Indian Irie. Because when you look in an Indian Irie video, you can see my son in there sitting down listening to her. You know?
He also did a song in a very popular movie. Made in Manhattan.
Yeah, and him and Mike, a matter of fact, Michael sang that song first.
Yes, and he...
Right? And then what happened was, he sang in the movie Made in Manhattan because Michael said, "No man, he don't want to do it. So get Glenn to do it." And after Glenn is sing tune now, the couple both, Michael and him, if you look in YouTube now, you can see, you just put Glenn Lewis and Michael Jackson, you see the both of them singing the song. That's how that came about. But Michael, they love Glenn, man.
Yes.
And even Prince, you know, Prince love him like food, man. Because when I met Prince in New York, he never really did make it yet. That's before him do Purple Rain and all that stuff. The same guy, Tony Sylvester, carried me to New York. Me and a guy, a matter of fact, he was one of vice president for BMG. His name is David Bendit. He's he also mixed all of Elvis Presley new latest stuff, right? David Bendit now, he was a guitar player, and he had a band called the Bendit Band. Now, we did a tour with the Pointer Sisters with him. right? Now, when we did that tour, right after that, he was called to do Captain America. So Tony said, you should come with him. So I said, all right, I'll come with him. So we went over to America, and David went, a whole bunch of guitar players went there and go out with them foolishness and things, eh? And all of a sudden I see this little, it's like a midget, you know, walk into the studio, you know?
Yeah.
And what Tony was doing, and the guys in the studio was doing, they used to, each person go in there and play, they go off the street and bring in people and give them money and say, tell me if you like him, and right? So this little midget guy come in there, man, and he said, put on the track. I put on the track, man, and remember me tell you, man, everybody dead. That was Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are able to play many different instruments.
Yeah.
Namely, so the
Keyboard,
violin,
keyboard, drums, bass,
bass,
and guitar.
Guitar.
So
it's the talent is not just vocally, but in terms of the instrument, you have that lock to.
And arrangement.
Well,
I learned orchestration a lot from Danny, you know.
From Danny Hathaway.
Yeah, man. The guy was a monster. Monster.
Yes. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions now, Sir Glenn. Yeah? You, as we established earlier, was one of the first black millionaire. Yeah, the first Jamaican to sign to an international record label. You did it big.
Yeah.
Very big.
Yeah, man.
Yeah? But in recent years, many people have been wondering what has happened to that GLEN RICKS. What has happened?
Well, it was mainly issues, you know, with drugs and you know, I never lose the vibes to really sing on them things because I still can do it and play, you know.
Well, you definitely still can do that.
But when I was amongst fatties, you see, after I did How Can I Forget and Sit in the Back Seat and all them kind of tune, the dancehall thing started to come in, right? And I'm going, oh boy. And then I hearing all these guys, these different energies doing the dancehall stuff, and I said, man, brother, easy, you know. So I listened to Bounty Killer and him that time started doing thing, and I'm going, man, I can't handle this stuff here, man. And it don't make sense I even try to put an orchestration thing around the dancehall thing because the people love it rock.
Right.
So I said, let me sit back and just watch what I go on. Then Barris now started doing all kind of thing, and I did a couple dancehall things, and I said, no, man, my thing. And every time I record them, I tell them about, it sounds too international, man. An international thing, this, a big something, this. And some of the time I take a back seat and go and help people and things like that. And do the drugs and whatever, you know. And that's just how it went.
Is that phase of your life is behind you now?
Yeah, man. Yeah. So now I teach now, you know.
Yeah. Music.
Yeah.
People
teach
to
guitar,
play.
Guitar, vocal, and I teach keyboard now.
So how well is that going though?
It's going good. I have some girls and students that I'm teaching that going to start record. As a matter of fact, I'm going in the studio with two other girls on Friday. To record them because the person who I stay with, they are managing them. You know, so they asked me to teach them. So I play the rhythm for the song.
Yes.
And they're gonna sing on it. The girl wrote one of the songs, and you know. So what happened now is that I have 3 songs coming out. Matter of fact, God Bless America.
Yes.
I sing about America.
Yes.
And I have one called Burning. Which I'm singing about the social distance and all this type of stuff. Like I would say, like I woke up this morning, I had a bad feeling. I went to the pastor, I couldn't explain. The doctor couldn't explain. Nobody can tell me what's going on. But social distance was the other day, you know. And it's a nice song. And then I have one called Change, which I'm talking about
Change?
the change that I've made, you know?
Oh, the change that you have made.
Since I've made my change, the things are not the same. And my pocket will be never empty no more. Yeah, man.
So the change has been made.
Yeah, a lot of changes. You know?
And you are sticking to the changes.
Yeah.
And we're done with that
Yeah,
section.
we're going to deal with something different now.
We can cut and take about that, please. When I introduced you, I said that Glen Ricks rubbed shoulders with some of the elites on the international music scene. You would have been friends with Danny Hathaway. You were there when Janet Jackson was a baby. You would have met many people.
Yeah.
You and the Temptations, brother, them are Reggae.
Yeah.
The Pointer Sisters.
Yeah.
Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
You would have toured with people like Celine Dion.
Cool and the Gang. Well, I know Celine.
Cool,
I know
know
Celine. I
Celine.
did shows with her in Montreal.
Shows with
yeah.
her. Cool and the Gang.
Yeah.
Who else?
Right. Woolly for them, man.
Wally for them.
Woolly for them fire.
The Spinners.
Spinners, well, but I used to sing with one of John Edwards. We used to sing together.
Patti LaBelle.
Patti LaBelle, I did shows with her all over the place. Patti LaBelle and the Blue. As a matter of fact, we were doing a TV show one time with Patti LaBelle when I was a Cracker Down, right?
Yes.
And all of us were here, bomb, bomb, a bomb. And we had to run out of the place. Because of a bomb threat.
Bomb threat.
Because what happened was this guy who as a matter of fact, the guy who shot Michael Habib, he used to follow the group. He shot two of the members of my band, you know, in Toronto, at the Generator Club. They were going to do the show, and he shot the bass player for Third World's brother. He used to play trombone for the band called Cracker Down. I shot him and Ike. Now, he used to make bomb threats anywhere we are playing. So when we did the TV show with Patti LaBelle, he made a bomb threat. And there was no bomb, you know? And then after that, he called the police force and said, I'm going to shoot the first seek. So they were booking up for this guy, you know, and them shot the guy and killed the youth. They caught him.
Take him out.
Yeah.
Tina Charles.
Yeah, man. No, Tina Charles? Who's that?
You work with, you never work
Yeah,
with
Tina Charles. Yeah, man.
maybe I
Tina
say
Charles. She's a big disco artist.
You have been around the Oizu.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I know it, man. I know them all. Yeah.
At this stage, because you're still recording and stuff, and you're still doing stuff.
Yeah.
Of all the songs that you have recorded, you see, which one of those, you said that I Found a Love is probably your biggest song?
Yes,
overseas,
it is.
And that in terms of popularity or financial success?
It is.
Both of them?
It is.
Which of the songs that you record would you say is your best piece of work, your favorite song?
Blind Devotion.
Blind Devotion?
Yeah.
Why?
Even Stevie Wonder
Yes.
thought it is though.
Yeah.
'Cause it was done so good. You know, so good. It wasn't a lot of accompaniment, right?
Yes.
We had Dominic Triano, who is you ever heard of Guess Who?
No.
You ever heard of song? These eyes cry every night for you. You never heard that song?
No, I can't remember.
The Guess Who is one of the biggest group. Burton Cummings
Yeah.
was the lead singer for the Guess Who. And they were a monster group, man.
I learn the thing and I was still kind of youngish and so.
Yeah, man. The Guess Who was like say, like Led Zeppelin was big like that.
And where's the song name again? Devotion of My Soul.
Blind Devotion.
Blind Devotion. Can we have just a snippet?
High above the city streets, beyond the clouds above, the sun still shining. Heaven there's so beautiful, to which the children of the earth are climbing. How can we believe in something so far away? Devoting our life. And it goes on. Blind devotion.
Blind devotion.
And it goes, we don't have to see it to believe. Follow your heart. Follow your heart. That's the hook.
Blind devotion.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, it got 600 ratings on RJR one time. The biggest rating, yeah.
Biggest rated.
Yeah. And the highest number. And also, it's on the Heart of My World album, you know.
Yes.
And it's Nova Scotia anthem.
That's in Nova Scotia in Canada.
I mean, what was that? Vancouver.
Vancouver.
Yeah.
Anthem,
yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hola.
If you look in YouTube, you see the song playing,
Yeah.
and you see they show you everything about Vancouver.
So when you say like Eternal Father,
Yeah,
Bless Her Land,
it's
it's
the same thing.
Jamaica's anthem.
Hey man, so you go. Yeah, man.
At this stage of the journey though, Sir Ricks, what would you say is your single greatest achievement musically? That thing that you are most proud that you were the one who achieved that?
My contribution to the singers them and the DJs them in Jamaica.
Yeah, it's the greatest achievement.
Yeah, man. I really feel good about that.
Yes.
You know, I just to stand up there and watch Lucy and Sizzla, and I know exactly. They never even know what C look like. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
I used to go in a Lucy yard and beautiful person, you know, and teach him what C is and G minor and Ray.
And the works.
Sizzla and watch them man there.
Elevate them things.
Yeah, man. And anywhere them see me,
Love.
oh man, you know what I mean? That's my greatest achievement.
Is there anything musically we not achieve yet, Sir Ricks, that you still hope to achieve?
Well, it's just a contribution now I'm trying to work on now. My contribution, the final thing now that I have to do. And I think I'm going to start it this year. And you see the song about America, God Bless America?
Yes.
You're going to hear it.
I'm going to hear it.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
looking forward to it.
Yeah, bad.
Looking forward to it. You have been doing music from you're a child.
Yeah, I never did anything else, you know. Would you believe that? Never did anything
If
else.
it was a music, is there anything that you love enough where you think you would have done and be happy doing it?
No, I think I'll tell the father to take me.
Yeah?
For real, yeah,
music.
man.
It's just music.
Yeah. If I get up to there and can't play the music, man, might as well I go. You know, because my life wouldn't make any sense.
Which aspect of the music do you prefer though? Vocal, arranging, playing the instrument, what?
I like listening to other people. And that I love.
That you love?
Yeah, and
listening to other people.
Like the Donnies and you know, cause when I listen to it, it inspires me, you know, and it make me write different things, and you know.
Looking at the journey, Sir Ricks, if you get the chance to redo it, the musical journey, is there anything you then do differently?
Actually, yeah, you know, I would have not tried to. I would go through the normal life, you know. Although I haven't regretted it still, you know. I'd have gone through, like, I'd have preferred to just go and make life more natural than say, try to use drugs to fill that gap, because it didn't really fill it, you know.
didn't really feel it. It just put me on pause.
So getting involved in drug is a big regret for you?
Like I said, I don't regret it, you know, because I have learned a lot from it, and even with my vocal, you know, it showed me a lot of things. You understand what I'm saying to you? Because actually, the drugs was a mind thing, you know. It was really a mind thing. I would not recommend it for anybody to do it. You understand? If it so happened that your life have to go there, you go there, you have to know to deal with it, you know. But it was not, I think, where for pleasure for me. It was more a getaway, you know.
It was a getaway.
Because I remember the first time that I took it, was that my work, I used to leave from one state to the next state, and then I don't get no sleep. I have to go straight on the stage because the time difference, you know, and you couldn't sleep on the plane. You come off a stage and you go straight to the airport and you're gone. And then by the time you go, so
time again.
Yeah, you know. And then I actually, when I was with Filthy Rich, it was hectic with the recording and the way. I remember before I went and go sit down on the toilet seat, you know. At that time, my wife and my son was in there, and about a whole bunch of maids, servants, and Ray, and I had to go sing Heart of My World. And I remember sitting on the toilet seat, almost a drop asleep. And all of a sudden, I hear somebody knocking. Hey, this was the engineer. And he goes, Glenn, man, hey, you're falling asleep, man. I said, yeah, man, let me just come back, man. He said, here what? Take some of this. And from him do that, that was it.
So it wasn't something that you went out to get for yourself. No. It was given to you.
Yeah.
And you became hooked.
Yeah. And then you see, the thing about it is that you can't blame a lot of the artists, you know, because what happens is that sometimes your best friend, you know, will do it to control you because he know that you're a good breadwinner. And what him don't realize, and when him find out that what he did, too late.
Okay, you can't win bread if you now have your thing together.
No, but see, drug don't stop you from playing music, you know.
Yeah.
Because all these men, name them.
They took it.
Of course. You know, all these men, well, a lot of them.
So it doesn't stop you from playing music?
It don't stop you from playing.
But what does it do, though?
It stops you from thinking. You understand? And it take you away from the real spirit of the Almighty. Doing it and you're not thinking about the Almighty. But so you come off and you're done, it start come back to reality. It's a elusive kind of world, you know. All it does is that, say for instance, it works in a positive and a negative way, you know, because sometimes a man would say to me, say, Glenn, hey man, come and come do a show or come do a session. And in reality, I sit down there and I was taking the job and I don't go. And when I hear from a show, the man never have no money. I say, wait a minute. You understand what I say? Whole heap of times that happen. You know? I want to woo me and them things there. You understand what I say? So,
but I suppose overall though, the whole drug thing is not up. You understand?
Not a problem.
Yeah. I am so happy to hear that. I'm happy to know that you have found the strength to put that behind you and I try straighten up about the thing to make sure so the legacy is intact. Speaking about the legacy, you have had success that some artists out of Jamaica can only dream. But interviewing artists will kind of come up on a recurring decimal where entertainers have not been able to benefit fully from their work because other people are collecting them money.
Oh, that happened to me like big time. Like, all right, I'm going to tell you something now. You see the album that I have called I Found the Love?
I Found the Love.
The man who did that song, he lives in the richest part of Canada. It's called King City in Toronto. He gave me $2,000 and I don't get another red cent.
Just $2,000.
And
After your most successful song.
exactly. It sold over after it sold vinyl for years. CD came in and the people who buy the vinyl bought the CDs. So it sold millions.
So it's still a make money.
Yeah, sold millions.
It's probably on the digital platform now,
Yeah.
still making money.
But them things them get away.
Him not get away.
Get away. me have more time than him.
Yeah, more time.
Because
than
you what
him.
happened, so when he recorded the album, he said to me, you know, my mother was alive, she'd tell you because she told me not to sing another song until I sign a paper with him. He said to me, may you believe in the same thing, in Jesus and Ray, and you know, I'd never do that and Ray. I'm look at him, you know. Look at this, you know. I looked at him, right? I hope him see this.
I hope so too.
Yeah, I hope him see this. You see, after him do that, I went straight to the microphone. I take the rest of the money from him, went straight to the microphone, and I remember singing It's Alright, the same song that I did with CBS. I did it over with Kingsley Etienne. Did it, and I did the next song on the album, done. I walk out of the studio. I said, I wonder if him know him really said to me. Eh? No, listen to this now. I leave and I come to Jamaica, and I came back. The record started sell like hot cake. The record got nominated for the juniors, just like I tell you. And A&M Records wanted to sign the album, take the album. He wouldn't sell it to them because I make a bag of money. It was December. I went to him and I said to him, George, I need some money, you know. He said to me, oh, you want to, you know, I send the album to England and I had to use the money where I get and put back into the promotion. I said, all right, no problem. I went back home and I said, eh? One day, you know, it was a snowstorm, you know. This was February, you know. And boy, I hope this is, Mr. George. No, I parked my car and was walking across the street. I saw this man coming out of the vehicle, but nobody ever tell me nothing. And when I looked up, it was him, crippled. You hear me, man? The last time I saw him with my two eyes, the man was a healthy man. The man get a stroke and the whole from me go down. He couldn't even talk to me. And me help him come into his place. Carry me in his place. He was looking at him, look at his wife and said to him, say, it was look like a nice hat thing. He said, like him I try, say, give it to him. Shouldn't give me a different one. You hear me, man? That said woman look at me and tell my mother to ask her about it because she used to do my mother here. And said to my mother that, hey, you know, don't worry, Glenn, you know, Glenn all right. You know, I bought a condominium for Glenn now. We're just waiting for him to. So it's many times I meant to sue him, you know, but I want to look at the cripple
This situation.
That I said, boy, you know.
So you, like many artists, is struggling to collect publishing and royalties.
All right, I want to tell you something. You want me to tell you something? For 40 years now, I've never collected a royalty check. For sitting in the box seat, how can I forget? None of them. Will you believe that? After I've left CBS, I never see a royalty check again. But CBS now, and heart of my world is me, eh? But I never see a royalty check for another record, and I have about almost 50 other albums out.
50 albums?
Yeah, like about 56,
albums.
yeah. About 56, and that's what I count.
So there's nobody who is trying to sort this out for you from a legal perspective, Sir Ricks?
There's a couple of people that I know that I'd love to do it, but them don't have the time. And because I say, I go get somebody to do it, you know. I know them though. Because they have to make up the time.
My collect and
This is what I'm doing. When them go to the person who owe me, you know,
Yes.
they make the person give them money, you know, and them just carry me through the stages for all a year, you know. I'm so well and done.
So you have been suffering
Yeah.
right across the board.
Like all a company called Madison Publishing. They do Ernest Smith Publishing. He brought about 20 other albums to me today and say, see, I can take care of publishing. I had to threaten him and say, hey, release me from your contract, man. You know, release me from your contract.
Yeah, so the people who you say you don't want them do it, I hope at least one of them find some time, because if you put in the work, you're supposed to benefit from the work, Sir Ricks.
Yeah, I know.
You understand?
Doesn't
So
matter.
you need to get that sorted out.
Cause a lot of work out there for me, man. A lot of
Then
work.
if you have 50 albums, you have to be
Yeah,
a
man.
lot of work.
Lot of work out there.
Jaja.
Yeah, man.
So the struggle continues.
Yeah.
So let me, and I don't mean to pry though, but how have Sir Ricks been surviving without the money from him work coming down the years?
A lot of people, man.
I have a lot of people.
Lot of people like our Marvin, you know, the
Marvin.
money.
Make
A
sure
blessing,
they take
you know.
balance.
Yeah, a blessing. We have a lot of blessed people. And I give a lot to you know.
You give a lot.
Yeah.
Despite the
Yeah, man.
circumstances.
Yeah.
It's a blessing.
Yeah, man.
It's a blessing.
Because we're just here to live, you know. We not to can't hold on to nothing. That's why I'm the type of person really who don't really attach myself to nothing. Nothing material. Nothing at all. I supposed to be able to get up today and just go on where I want to go. You understand what I say? That's how me feel. But if I attach myself to a TV or a piano or this, that, I want to carry it with me, man. And when I carry it with me, it hold me down. You understand what I say? So I don't attach myself to nothing. So when I left Canada, I left hundreds of thousands of dollars up there. And I go and do what I do yourself. And I don't bother with that circle. I leave that circle. I don't carry one circle into another circle.
No Venn diagram.
No, just leave that circle and go in the next one. Yeah, that's a God deal with me, man. So I don't really have no bad times and things like that, you know?
You have still been able to get by and to survive.
Yeah, man, I just survive.
And you are okay with that.
Yeah, man. Because the most important thing to me really, you know, is that I was able to come here and learn my craft. Because when I leave here, it's my craft I'm leaving with, the knowledge. I'm not leaving here with nothing else. But what?
Your craft and the knowledge.
So I educate myself as much as I can and practice as much as I can and sing as much as I can and play as much as I can, that I keep learning, because they never stop learning. You know? So when I leave here, that's what I'm leaving here with.
You have done songs with Purple Man, E-Camo. Who else have you collaborated with?
Lucy.
Lucy.
I collaborate with people, man.
But is there anybody who you haven't worked with collaboratively that you don't mind going to the studio one day to lay down something on a rhythm with?
Who I'd love to do that with?
Right, yes. Who you
Mikey Spice and Benji Myers.
And Benji Myers.
I told my favorite.
Who your favorite there?
Yeah, man.
Mikey Spice.
And
Benji
Berries.
Myers. And Berries.
Yeah, man.
Alright, Mikey, I go see this. Benji Myers, definitely I go see this. Well, I hope Berries see this.
The man, I'm guinea gag there, man.
Guinea gag there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
you know,
yeah,
so
man.
Benji definitely I go see this because he watch all of the interviews them. Mikey might see it, so that would be good.
Yeah, man.
That would
The
be good.
man, greats, you know?
Yes.
Angels, them, you know?
Angels.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Is Mr. Rick still married?
No, a long time in the
Long
married,
time,
man.
right?
A long time, right. Long time.
You're married.
Yeah.
Your ex-wife is still alive?
Yeah, man, she lives in Toronto.
Okay, how is she though?
She's doing good.
She's
And she's
doing
a singer too, you know?
She's a singer.
Yeah, man, a
You
good
groom
singer.
her?
No, actually, actually, but she learned a lot from me
She
still.
learned a lot from you.
But here what happened now, she used to sing background for me, you know.
Okay. Okay.
Like she's, hey, listen to me, man.
Excellent.
Hey, excellent. But it's like when you talk about harmony, man. Unbelievable, man.
That is Louis' mother? Okay,
Yeah.
yes, because you said she was pregnant while you guys were on the road.
And actually, she did a song with him, you know, a gospel song.
Yes.
On one of the big TV shows in Canada.
Nice, nice.
You can see it on air, you know, if you go on YouTube and things like that, you see.
How many children?
4.
4. Well, Louis is the one where
My boy.
your boy.
Yeah.
How is he doing?
I'm doing good. As a matter of fact, the place where he was born was Kitchener, Ontario.
Okay.
And so funny, you know. He goes and he lives in Philadelphia, and he lives in Toronto, and he lives in LA and all these places. And the place that he got married and chose to live is Kitchener,
Kitchener.
where he was born.
When born.
And Kitchener is a little city now, but it's not a big
it's
one.
not
you
a
know?
big city.
Kitchener, Waterloo. But it's like a neighbor string cut there. You understand?
What is Glen Rick's favorite song when a Glen Rick sing?
Boy, I have a couple of them well.
Just give just one more.
Born by the river.
Gone by there.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is so special about that song for you though?
Anytime I sing it, give me a good feeling. You know?
Yeah, good feeling.
Yeah, it give me a good feeling.
Me, I want to catch a good feeling now, because I want you to sing peace out for me.
I was born by the river in a little old tin. Just by the river, I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will.
Me love. Yeah.
That's a song that you have done a lot of dub plates
Yeah.
for as well. You do a lot of that? Or not so
Yeah,
much?
but actually, you know, don't play them when that I really don't make money off of them, you know.
Why?
And people make it, I love do it. Yeah. Sometimes I want to make some money still, but I love do
generally,
it. Yeah, it for
You just
help
play it.
people, you know.
Which one of your songs is the most requested dub plate song?
Sit in the back seat and
Sit in
how
the
can I
back seat.
forget?
Okay.
And Born by the River now is I take over.
Hot?
Yeah, get hot.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm having make me start singing too.
Man, I guess that's
Yeah,
it.
man. I take over, man.
Glen Ricks is still here. Still working.
Yeah, man. Still working
Still in
hard.
the studio.
Yeah.
Still voicing. Still doing dubs even though, yeah?
Yeah, man.
And you're still teaching.
Yeah.
Is anybody out there who you want to give a special shout out to?
Okay, actually, I did 25 songs the other day for Linval Thompson.
25 songs.
Yeah. That nobody here yet.
You wrote a voice them. You record them?
Yeah, they recorded.
you're the
Actually,
vocalist.
there's a guy in Spain who play rhythm, amazing ska and all stuff. And Linval brought the project to Marvin, and Marvin and him and we started it, right? And I ended up doing 25 of them.
Yes.
And just waiting for it to be released now. So I big him up now, Linval, you know. Yeah.
Oh, you tell me say you want to do a collab with Mikey Spice and Mikey Spice say Bridget.
Then I'm bridging, man. Why do I sound with him?
Easy thing that then.
No, yeah, man.
Bridget.
Yeah, man, but it's to find a time with me and
the
him, because
time, the
even
time.
up today, I'm and him talking, you know.
Yes.
And I say, yeah, you know. And him start singing the song for me, and I get excited. And him know the song we want to do with him.
One of the most talented musicians in the history, I think, too.
Yeah, man, him
I must say Bridget for true, don't know me think about it.
Yeah. It's a Stevie Wonder song we want to record.
Stevie Wonder song. Okay. Do you write all your songs?
A lot of them.
A lot of them, but you have taken songs from
And if I hear something and I like it,
Yeah.
I won't record it. I don't care who it is.
You don't care who it is?
No, but I will sing it.
Do you write officially for anybody?
Yeah, man. If anybody wants to sing it, I'm going to sing it. You understand what I'm saying to
Yes,
you?
that's what I say. Do you have any song that you have written that has done really well? That I know you were singing and write it for somebody?
Yeah, Big City.
Big City?
Yeah, a song called Big City.
Who did that song again?
It's a white group from Canada.
Oh.
And they did very good.
And did very good.
Yeah.
I hope I get your publishing.
You know, I never really go and look about it now. But it's going to be taken care of this year. Because actually, I have a company now that I have a partner named Mikey, who Mr. Martin now, he gave me a studio. I have a studio, you know, in Kencut that right now I'm padding up the place for me and all them kind of stuff, and I have the keyboards and guitars and everything.
So you're going back into production?
Yeah, and the company is called Mertec.
Mertec.
Yeah, Mertec Records. And this is where I'm going to carry the two girls to record them.
Okay, nice.
So you heard that about Mertec.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier that you want to do some production, so that is a part of taking that step. And I think you'll do excellent. Well, you have done excellent at it anyways. You and the great D Brown had a band, a chemistry.
Yeah.
You guys were brothers. Yeah? You remember where you were when you heard that he died?
Actually, yes. It was when Dennis was at the hospital, I didn't get to go and see him. And Clancy, I saw him on Brentford Road and said, Glenn, I just come from seeing your brother, you know, at the hospital, you know, and he wanted to see you bad. I could have hold him with my hands up. And I never really paid much attention to it, you know. I saw Bunny Lee and tell me the same thing.
Striker.
And I remember it was where Luciana was staying. There was a lady named Sonia who had a shop, and I slept there the night. And I get a feeling to go look for Dennis. And I said, you know, I'm going to go see Dennis, you know. And I went to the phone, and by the time I go into the phone and pick up the phone to call Heather, who is one of his girlfriends, he used to stay with her up on Constant Spring there. I pick up the phone and I call her and I say, hey, I want to find out where up and you were him there. No, when I hear a little girl go, Mummy, Mummy, Mummy. This was something to 7 in the morning. Mummy, Mummy, Mummy. Dennis Brown just died. So Heather was on the phone. I said, what you say? Because Dennis used to come to that yard also, right? And I said, and I hear Heather said to me, Glenn, hold on a second, talk to Marlon. So I said, oh, where the hell is this, man? What's going on, man? And I'm go, boy, Glenn, Dennis.
Hey, bro.
She just go and talk to one of the doctors. I said, what? I remember that was it, man.
That was it.
And then it was crazy.
What's your fondest memory of the great D Brown though?
I will find him there.
Just wrote a couple of words.
Like when Dennis used to get hoarse, you know.
Yeah.
Dennis got the hoarse at Sunsplash, you know.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. He said, Glenn, you have to come with me. So what? I don't think I can make them know that tonight, you know. Dennis bag full of money, you know. I'm saying, all right. So we go up there, and his brother was managing him at the time, the one from England, Errol. So Dennis, the Light Parks, them set up them drums and everything, right? So they make me carry a jug with water like me carried for Dennis, right? Listen to this. So I went and I carried a jug and I have a towel around my neck. So I go and stoop behind the drum and have a microphone. So when him go for it, I'm going to click it.
Yeah, lick it.
Yeah, I'm going to take it for him and things like that. And a cameraman was the cameraman started and Aaron and them, no. I never forget that was a real Every night, man.
Great man.
Yeah, man.
Fun memories.
Yeah, man.
Another
was
one of the
fun.
great man that
Yeah,
you
man,
had a
man.
good relationship with
He
was
was,
the cool
he was
ruler.
a blessed, cool ruler now.
Yeah.
He was really the cool ruler. Now, then, Gregor was a genius.
Was a genius.
Yeah, man. One of Jamaica's.
Vocally or instrument wise.
No, vocally.
Vocally.
A matter of fact, a lot of people in Jamaica don't know that Gregory was a great R&B singer.
Yeah?
Yeah. A matter of fact, I was in Toronto and somebody was playing a Gregory album. I never heard it before. So I never knew who the singer was. What I was listening to, because it don't sound like Gregory. And I go, who that?
Yes.
Because me that man love R&B, you know. And I say, Gregory. I say, Gregory who? And Gregory Isaacs. I say, Gregory, but a man chop foolish this one. I say, yes, sit there. When I find it, I'm looking at him, say, Gregory Isaacs. So I come and tell him, I say, Gregory, remember when he sings R&B, man? And he used to live at, round by, where you call it, where them have a hotel now. The road that we go lead up to Ken Booth's place there. What you call it again? East King's House Road.
East King's House Road,
Yeah,
okay.
that time I was living there. And him say, want to hear a soul song? And play for him, man, bad man. It's before him write Night Nurse and things. You know.
Yes.
He was a genius, man. Genius. Loving person too, you know.
Yes.
But don't get him mad. But it's a man where he had his own, you know, what I loved about him, he had his own style.
Yes.
Like even his rhythm, different from everybody. It sound cool, you know, that cool.
Cool roller.
Yeah, man, that cool roller for real, man.
Sir Ricks. It's a joy, brother.
Yeah, man.
The history,
Yeah, man.
deep, wide, varied. I am also appreciative of the fact that you were very honest about, you know, the missteps.
Yeah, man, we can't, hey, what am I going to do? That's what it is.
You know, some
understand?
people then come and try to cover it and
Well, you can't cover nothing.
really appreciate the
Yeah,
honesty.
them can try to cover it, but it can't cover. What are cover? It's done already. It cannot be covered.
And the man greatness, you seem like a very humble soul. But based on the things that I have learned here and based on the things that I learned while doing the research, the man greatness is different. You understand? Your contribution to the thing is amazing and we appreciate it, sir. Yeah,
Thank
man,
you
we
very much,
appreciate it, man. And I hope the people them owe you your money.
I soon get it, man.
Yeah, man. Collect it, man.
I get it, man. I get it.
Yeah, for the people them out there though who would want to get in touch with Sir Ricks, whether it's for music lessons or for dub plates, how do they go about doing that?
You can call, actually, you know, I have a Facebook
Yes.
and the other, what you call it?
Instagram?
Yeah, you know, them kind of thing, you know.
Yeah, man.
You can find me
What's your
on
name on Facebook?
GLEN RICKS Facebook.
Glen Rickets. And
Yeah.
Instagram?
Same thing.
Same Glen Rickets. Any number that they can
And you have
call?
GlenRicks@gmail.com.
GlenRicks@gmail.com.
And you can call also 339, this is Murtech Records now,
Yes.
339-6887.
So that is 876-339-6887.
Yeah, 6887.
6887.
Yeah. So they can get me contacted by these things, you know.
Yes.
And also Murtech have the Facebook thing
Yes.
and the WhatsApp and the way.
WhatsApp.
Yeah, you know.
So one more thing though, because a lot of the work is, you said, you're not really collect it, but can people find your work on the digital platforms?
Oh yes, they can.
And you a collect when they go buy it?
Yeah, man.
So iTunes, Spotify, CD, Baby, everywhere?
Yeah, you can get them CB Baby, Amazon. What you call the next one?
iTunes, Spotify.
Yeah, the whole of them. But there's even more to it, you know.
Yes.
That I don't want to go into it
But
because
you a collect?
I don't collect it yet.
But are you it a come to?
But it's me going to have to come to.
Alright.
But what I need to do now is to you know, all local rigmarole and things like that. I never able to go open my bank account in Jamaica and you know. So that's
been sorted out?
That's sorted out.
I am so happy to hear that, man.
So therefore now I'm able to send, like say, my bank account number to K Park or ASCAP or BMI, you know, yeah.
Ah.
You know, so.
I'm glad some progress are making, I think.
Yeah, man, some progress, man.
Great, man.
man.
It's a joy, brother.
Yeah, man.
It's a
Respect,
joy.
man.
Really
Yeah.
and truly is a joy.
Thank you very much,
Yeah,
man.
man, and as I say, I can tell a man say I am very versed with Glen Ricks history and the music, but doing the research and sitting here, I go immerse myself some more.
Yeah, man.
Very impressed, sir.
Thank you very much, man.
Blessings. Appreciated.
Yes, I'm falling in love, only in love. Yes, I'm falling in love with Teach Them Channel. Falling in love, only in love. Yes, I'm falling in love with Teach Them Channel. Sitting in the backseat, checking it out. Sitting in the backseat, checking Teach Them Channel.
Glen Ricks says so.
How can I forget? How can I forget? How can I forget Teach Them Channel?
Yeah, Glen Ricks says so.
Oh, I went to my mother. I said, Mother, can you help me, please? She didn't help me, so I went to my brother. I said, Brother, can't you see the sun? I'm down on my knees. They are tight than I thought. I wouldn't last for long. Lord knows I'm willing and able to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. Teach Them was born by the river in a little old tent, just by the river. Teach Them been teaching them ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know Teach Them is a champion. Oh, yes, they are.
Teach them. Hey, yo, hello. Send the message and make it reach them. It's Teach Them. Right here. Warlord representing.
Thank you for watching. Like the video before you go. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. And remember to share the video with your friends and family. And browse the channel for more quality content. Until next time, walk good, my friends.
Teach them.